afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We are getting down toward the end of September, and I have an awesome guest tonight. She's a pageant winner. I believe it's Mrs. Massachusetts Senior, and she's wearing a crown and the headsets. They really offset the crown beautifully. Or she's holding the crown in her hand. If she wants to put it on, that's fine. But in the meantime, before I get there, I've got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence with the interview. So, we have Tom Otto in Middleborough. We have Vineyard Farm in West Bridgewater. We have the Nemasket Olive Oil Company in Middleborough, the freshest and best olive oil anywhere in the world. We have Equestrians Anonymous, a horse tax store for the addicted, quality used tax, saddles, equipment, showing clothing, essentials, and gifts for the horse, hound, and human, right here in Carver, right down the street. We have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington on Route 58 going the other way. We have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Countertops Express in North Attleboro, experts in the installation, removal of quartz and granite. And we have Evan Young Realty. That's my brother, the realtor. And now, Laura Hicks, how you doing? Thank you for doing my show tonight.
I'm thrilled to be here. I hope you can see my sash. Miss Senior, Massachusetts, America. I wear my crown, but it's hard to wear headphones and crowns at the same time. So I hope you.
All right, that's fine. Well, you see what you look like with it on, and it's fantastic. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that's quite an honor. I mean, most people, and I'm in my 60s. I know you're younger than I am, but by a few years. And most people at our age aren't doing stuff like this, but you are, and that's a phenomenal thing. And I'm so darn happy that here to talk about it, and that's what we're going to do. So let's start with your history, like I do with all my guests, like I did with Rosie. Yes. I had her on a few weeks ago. Tell me about what your childhood was like, and how many years did it take you to finally, blossom as this pageant winner? And tell me how.
Well, I've never done a pageant in my life, so I'll get to that. But okay. I grew up on a farm in Belchertown, Massachusetts. My grandfather bought the farm.
What town in Massachusetts?
Belchertown.
Oh, Belchertown, right? Yeah, it's the upper bodily function. I got it. Named the town. Yes. The upper bodily function. Okay. Great time.
So my grandfather bought the farm in 1903.
Okay.
And I went through the Belchertown school system. I went to Holyoke Community College, Mount Holyoke College, married my college sweetheart, worked as a manager for a while. Then I started having 5 children.
Wow.
And my firstborn.
Hold on. As you tell me this information, if I have questions, I want to insert them. So,
okay.
You did all this college stuff. What did you major in at the colleges that you were?
I was a psychology major.
Okay.
Which I never actually worked in the field, but I used it on my husband and kids all these years.
Okay, that's
because what I was going to say is my firstborn was an accelerated learner, and I ended up home educating them for 22 years. So my educational background was quite useful in educating my own children.
Well, okay, well, that's great, but quick now, that having been said, I got to ask also, does it have anything to do with that you felt there was, lack of credibility and quality in the public school system in your town is the reason that you went? I don't know. I just want to cover everything to make sure that.
No, that's a good question.
Okay, thank you.
My firstborn was reading fluently at 3.5.
Wow.
So if I put him in a public school and if I put him in a religious school, they would not be challenging him where he's at. So we started homeschooling. It has its pros and cons. Just
I know it does.
Kind of education, but it worked well for my family. They're all college graduates. They're all doing well as adults.
Were they all homeschooled, all 5 of them?
Yes, sir. 22 years of homeschooling.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
My youngest, she was the last one. So I said, look, why don't you go to the public school for a while? And she begged me to bring her home. She went, Mom, those kids in the classroom don't want to learn anything and I'm wasting my time. Now, please, I don't say in the public schools like that all the time. I'm just saying that for my daughter, it was better for her to finish her education at home. But we were allowed to audit classes in the Belchertown Public School. My children were in plays in the public school. You can be on sports teams if you're homeschooling. So you're still connected with kids and you're still getting socialized.
Okay. Yeah, I know what that's like because I went to public school and it seems like it's all just, a popularity contest. And I barely,
I mean, look, I went through the public school and I came out okay. So I'm not.
I came out okay too, but I'm just saying, as far as the halls of academia are concerned, it's really, or at least where I live in Brockton, and I don't know if you ever been down to Brockton before. but Brockton is a great city. It's known as the city of champions. We have a world champion boxer that grew up in Brockton. We have another one that transferred to Brockton from Newark, New Jersey, and it's got a rich history of interesting people. But we also have issues with crime. And as far as my recollection of schooling, I was considered an underachiever, and I did stupid things. Smoked a lot of weed, which I don't touch anymore, and so I feel that I was distracted by girls that I never had the pleasure of. So it made it difficult for me. But at least the one good thing about homeschooling is that you get undivided attention between the tutor and the student. Correct?
That is true. And sometimes there can be friction, because have you ever been in a class in the public school and you're like, I hate this class and I hate the teacher? Well, what if that happens at home? I hate this class and I hate my mother?
Wait a minute. You were the teacher for all the kids? Is that what you're saying? You taught them yourself?
90% of it. I didn't do chemistry and that kind of thing. They audit those classes at the public school.
That's probably good. You could have burnt your house down if you did by accident. All right. Well, fine. Wow. Okay. So so basically you have, in order to do that, you needed a teaching degree. Obviously no, you didn't. Well, you had to follow.
There's no requirement for homeschool parents to have a teaching degree. And the unbelievable statistic is that homeschool students have a higher SAT average than the public school students. And their parents, that doesn't matter if their parents have a college degree or a high school degree. Okay. It's just one-on-one teaching is incredibly effective.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've had tutors before. Okay, so they're all college educated. Well, all right, now that's fantastic. So, and I love the fact that you're talking about your children, and a lot of my guests do that. But I don't want to veer from the topic of you either. I want to make sure we cover your stuff as well, personally.
Okay.
All right. So tell me now. I'm guessing based on what you told me is that you're happily married and you've only had one husband in your whole life. Is that true? Because I don't have many.
42 years.
Wow. Oh, cool. Oh, 42 years. Okay.
Yes, and he was a voice major at Hart School of Music, so I got voice lessons whether I wanted to or not, though I wanted to.
Well, I'm glad you
actually. No, I was going to say we sing together. For years, we sang in church. He did a lot of writing of Christian music, but now that we're both retired, we have an act called Musically Married. And we go to all the assisted living senior centers in our area and do an hour show. It's like we're the local Stephen Eady. We do the Great American Songbook. We do Broadway. We do lots of things.
Well, that's great. But now my question is, you're in this pageant, correct? That you won the championship. Did that require any singing, or is that part of the deal?
You have to have a talent, and it can be no longer than 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So yes, my talent is singing.
Okay, so what you did was you sang a song during the pageant, correct?
Well, technically, yes, because I say technically, a lot of women sing in the pageant. So I wanted to do something a little different.
Okay.
And I had that opportunity because my son-in-law is a professional videographer.
Okay.
And he knows how to splice music. So I picked 6 snippets from 6 Broadway songs, and we sliced it into one production. So I don't sing one song, I sing 6.
And how long is this little video?
Your talent is only 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That's it.
Okay. Well, you know what? You know what we can do? When my tech guy comes in here to tell me we're halfway through the show, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. If you want, we can edit that video into the show and play it after. It's up to you.
That would be fun. Sure.
Okay.
Let everybody hear it.
Okay, that's fine. So when my tech guy comes in here, I'm going to have him pause the action, and then I'm going to have, and then what you need to do is to email that video back to him on that email that we sent the Zoom link to you on.
Okay.
And the people watching
I'll have to have somebody record it. I don't know if it's recorded at this point, but we'll figure it out.
You don't know if you have it on YouTube?
The pageant itself, my Massachusetts pageant, I'm getting the video of it this week. So I will have it and I will be able to email it.
Oh, okay, that's true. Oh, that's fine. But I mean, that's fine. You can do it later if it's easier, if it's not ready yet, because the show's not even going to be edited until next week. But
okay,
you want to make sure that it's only like 2 minutes, you said, right?
2 minutes and 44 seconds.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, no, that's
If
fine.
you go
That's fine.
over, you get penalized. So you got to keep it at 2 minutes. And
Oh, I know,
44.
just like, I don't know, I think it was Morgan Wallen, the singer, got penalized for going past the curfew at Gillette Stadium. Because all the
Yeah.
help, all the stadium, crew had to work overtime, and that had to come out of his paycheck.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
silly, but okay. Well, I know there are some rules you have to follow. Okay.
Right.
Well, what prompted you to, and you were already, but what actually lit that fire with you to make you decide to do this pageant? Something must have happened.
One of my daughters was at the Holyoke St. Patrick's Day parade
Okay.
a year ago.
Yep.
And the float went by for the winners of the Miss Senior Massachusetts pageant. So my cell phone rings. Hello?
Yep.
It's my daughter, Abigail. Mom, why aren't you up there? I said, what are you talking about, Abigail? The Miss Senior Massachusetts float just went by and you have to do it. So that's how it got started.
Okay. Well, guess what, folks? We're about halfway through the show. Now we're gonna watch Laura's video, and we'll be right back to discuss it.
And now please welcome contestant number 3, Laura Hicks. Laura will be singing a medley of Broadway songs. Thank you, Laura. Laura Hicks.
Oh, Laura, that was great. Tell us what we just watched. I know you told us before, but talk about the songs that you sang in that little snippet from Broadway.
Well, I hope that you knew most of them. There's no business like show business, and
Remember that
ending with The Impossible Dream.
Yep.
The point of the video was to have a wide variety to show the extent of my range and to end with that big, loud note at the end. So the judges will have a good impression. And that's what I hope they have when I go to Atlantic City. The pageant is October 9th, streaming on YouTube. And that's the finals day. On October 9th, they will pick the top 10 and finish the pageant live on air.
But didn't you win it last year?
I'm talking about the national competition.
All right, what did you?
So,
Yeah, but what did you do last?
I won.
Yeah,
I won the Massachusetts in May of this year. And now I go down to Atlantic City
okay.
with 48 other contestants. And we're going to all be on the Tropicana stage, and we're going to have gorgeous gowns on. We give our philosophy of life. We do our talent, and we have an interview with the judges.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Somebody's going to be crowned the national Miss Senior America.
That's good. And you have a great chance at that. Wow, that's fantastic. Oh.
I'm going to have fun and do my best. And I'm going to be bluntly honest with you. I would love it if I made the top 10. But look, folks, I don't do Botox. I don't do lip fillers. I don't even dye my hair. So if they're looking for that kind of thing, I'm not their gal.
Okay, no, you're au natural all the way. I get
Au natural.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Oh, yeah, I think it's fantastic, and I admire your stick to itiveness and your sports personship too, because obviously, I know in some cases these pageants like this can be kind of cutthroat, especially among the younger people. But I mean, obviously, it can be. It doesn't. That age is. You think people are mature with age, but not everybody. So fortunately, you have.
As I said, I've never done one, so I'll find out when I get there.
Well, what did you do in May though? What was that? That was just a state thing.
I'm sorry, the question?
What did you do in May this year? What did you do in May?
Yes, so the state of Massachusetts had their yearly pageant in Holyoke, Massachusetts. So that's when I competed with my fellow Massachusetts residents.
Okay.
And that's when I won this crown.
Okay,
so this is the Massachusetts crown.
Sweet. Okay.
And in October, I go to Atlantic City to see if I get the national crown.
I got you. So you're right. So no matter what, you'll always be the state champion for 2025.
That is correct.
Well, that's
now, you've heard of the Eastern States Exposition, the Big E?
Oh, probably. I mean, there's so many.
Okay, so that's in West Springfield right now. And tomorrow is Massachusetts Day. And I'll be at the Massachusetts building in my gown, in my crown, and I'll be in the parade for the Big E.
Well, then there's no reason that there should be a frown. Get it? Crown, ground, frown. We're doing poetry. There's no reason to frown then. How about that? Okay.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Good. That's fantastic. And if you do it, just turn that frown upside down. All right. Okay. Well, all right. So what was your, I mean, were you like a housewife for most of your 43 years of marriage, or 40, you said 42, right?
42, yes. Well, obviously homeschooling took a large part of my life.
Right.
To supplement income, I did cake decorating. I decorated wedding cakes.
Okay.
I would clean people's homes. But I will tell you that 18 years ago, we had finished paying off our house. So I said to my husband,
it's a beautiful house, by the way.
Thank you. We should buy rental property.
Okay.
So I pursued to teach myself the rules of being a landlord in Massachusetts. It's not the easiest state in the country to do that. And at one point we owned 5 properties with 16 different apartments. I did all of that by myself because my husband ran his family's furniture store.
Okay.
If anybody's wondering, that's Eddie's Furniture in Holyoke.
Okay.
So I still am a landlord, and we named our landlord company Merciful Management, because if God has been merciful to me, I should be merciful to you. Now, I have had other landlords say to me, I would never name that Merciful Management. Nobody will think you'll evict them. Well, I've had 3 successful evictions in court, so yeah, I'm as nice to people as I can be until they are just beyond repair, and then they must leave.
Evictions, that's got to suck, going to court, taking people out of their homes. I mean, they must be pretty bad to have to do that. Whatever they did was.
I only do the desperate ones, and they are desperate, and I can't let them live there for free, so they've got to figure it out somehow.
Wow. Woo.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
well, I'm guessing, I'm based on what you're telling me, I'm kind of guessing that the property's not in the best neighborhood. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but everyone's got to live somewhere, right? Is that right? Or I mean,
well, two of them are in Westfield, Massachusetts, which is a beautiful town, and one of them's in 3 Rivers, which is part of Palmer, Massachusetts, which is a beautiful town. So
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're nice properties. I keep my properties nice. I don't let them go down.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I'm thinking maybe people that are a little underprivileged can't afford, can't afford the rent in a humble neighborhood. That's what I'm saying. And obviously that's not the case.
Actually, there is a program that our state runs called Wayfinders.
Okay.
Wayfinders. And they help to supplement rent for folks who are lower income. Some people apply for a program called Section 8,
Yep.
where the state will pay a huge percent of their rent based on their income. So I have had several families that would never afford to live in my property, but I work with them to
Okay.
work with the government agency so that they can afford to stay. That means for me that sometimes I don't get paid for 3 or 4 months. I don't
Wow.
care. I'd rather little kids stay under the roof with their parents. I'm going to get the money eventually. What does it matter if it's 3 months from now?
Okay. Now look, I know sometimes you gotta ask tough questions. What are you
Sure.
having any issues with the ICE officials out there with any of the residents? Sometimes, I don't know if they're illegal immigrants or I know that this is a big deal now.
Yes, I understand the situation, but it is not applied to any of my tenants at this point in time.
That's good because every day in the news you hear something about ICE raids here and there and and you never know when they're going to be next. That's all. I mean,
Well,
I watch the news every day.
This is what I would say to you. If you are a good landlord,
Yep.
you do as sharp of a background check before that person is ever given the keys
Right.
as you can, because the ability to evict somebody in Massachusetts is so difficult and so costly.
Yes.
You don't want to pick up a person who's living here illegally and then
Right.
have that headache in the long run. So hopefully you've done your homework before they ever are accepted as your tenant.
You're going to see that they're, I guess, properly vetted. That's the term, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, so I mean, have you ever done anything like now? I know you said you didn't start a pageant till this year. When
Right.
you were growing up, did you ever do music as a kid? Did you ever do sports? Did you ever do? I know you didn't do modeling. Did you ever do anything else in entertainment? Any acting, film acting, plays, anything like that?
Well, my love of sport was basketball, and I was very, very active until COVID-19 came along, that little thing called COVID-19.
Oh, I remember it.
And I was a frontline worker when we all got COVID. Well, not all of us, but there was an outbreak in our facility.
Right.
I was actually out of work for over 9 months, and I
Wow.
was never able to get back the physical abilities that I did before.
Oh,
That's
too
why
bad.
I am one of the 10% of the people in our country who are considered COVID long haulers. The virus has left permanent changes in our body, and we're never going to be as healthy as we were before we got the virus.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Well, several people in my family got it. My parents didn't, thank goodness. And my mother just turned 89 the other day. My father's 90 and a half
Wonderful.
almost. But my brother and my sister-in-law and my nephew had it, and they seem fine now. But evidently, I mean, I don't know what changes you went through, but you look great. I would never.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy I used to have. I can't tolerate the heat I used to be able to tolerate. Humidity is very difficult. And the weirdest one is I am never hungry. Whatever that connection
really?
was between your brain and your stomach.
Is that what you mean?
Oh, no, I still like to eat. I just have to remember to eat. Like, oh, it's 2:00. Did I have lunch yet?
Oh, so you forget stuff.
No, I'm not forgetting. I'm just saying that when you get hungry, okay, let's say you're busy and it's 12:30, your
Yep.
stomach starts to grumble and you go, oh, I got to eat lunch.
Right.
Mine never grumbles. It's
Oh, wow.
gone. I'm never, ever hungry. So I'm like, okay, it's 2:00. Did I eat lunch? Because my stomach didn't remind me.
Well,
But don't worry, I love eating.
Let's say you went like a whole day without eating. Do you think you noticed that you were hungry then?
No, but what happens is I'll wake up in the middle of the night and my mouth tastes dry.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like my body's going, hey, we used up all the nutrients. Get up and go eat something because we need more nutrients.
Yeah. Wow. No, I remember one of the main symptoms was the olfactory system went down. Like you couldn't smell stuff, you couldn't taste stuff. And I had something. Yeah.
Not for me. I kept my smell and my taste. I
All
just
right, that's good. Well, guess what? We're in the final couple of minutes of the show. I hope you had fun talking to me. And we're gonna,
absolutely. Time
Okay.
flew by.
it does, it always does. So what I want
Yes.
you to do is give a few shouts out to people that are gonna see the show, and then if you wanna try to line up more guests for me, that would be great, but do that now, and then we'll wrap the show up with my snap and the way we began it.
Okay, well, I appreciate the opportunity. Of course, my wonderful husband, Peter, who I've been married to for 42 years, I met him in the play You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. So there it shows that there's been musical theater in our
Oh, and
life.
Lisa, you were Lucy and he was Charlie, right?
I was Snoopy and he was Linus.
Oh, close enough. Okay.
Yes. A shout out to my 5 adult children. I don't think my daughters want me to say their names on air,
No, you
but
don't
I
have
will
to.
say, that we're expecting our first grandchild. It's a little girl named Juniper. So I'm going to say a shout out to Juniper and save this so that she knows that her grandma Nani loves her already. I'm going to call
Those are the
myself
greatest TV
not
podcast
not
ever.
yeah, I'm going to call myself Nani Lara. So she's got my name in there. And so that'll be exciting around Thanksgiving time. And I
Oh,
really
look at that.
appreciate you having me on. It was quite fun.
The 50, 60 years from now, she'll still be watching this.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's great. So we're going to wrap the show up and we're going to edit that video in.
Yep.
And that's it. So what I'm going to ask is if when we're done, will you stick around and my tech guy will take a pic for Facebook and I'll tag you in it and you can tag me.
Okay.
All right. All right, folks. Another great Topic Time episode is coming to a conclusion. More great shows to follow. Stay tuned, snapping off and rolling out. My boombox works. Come on, you can do it. There we go.